I, I, yeah, I'm getting past this damn tsunami. It's kicking my ass. 7:22 at night. It's Wednesday, the 21st of September, 2022. Image on Siriusman, California. Mostly screwed up right now, that is. Sleep deprived zombie of Roseman. Welcome to the diary of the Reaver, John Weaver, who's still going through an eye of a storm I've just been going through. Hoping that maybe their eyeballs gonna be a hell of a lot larger than I can deal with. Because right now I'm not dealing with this tsunami or hurricane, whatever the hell I'm gonna call it these days. It's just kicking my ass. The triggers came out again. The triggers came out. Trigger words, trigger actions, trigger visualizations. Doesn't matter. My body goes crazy at this point. I see family, I see hugs, I see togetherness, I see something I longed for a long time. Lost Mon. Tried to hold on to it as best as I could, but then I lost David. I lost a lot of my friends, support groups and stuff. And nobody really bothered to check up on me, see if I'm alive or not. Maybe some of the neighbors over here, if they care. If they see me posting online, to think I'm alive. If they happen to see me once in a while outside with a dog, to think I'm alive. But when I start whining my head off, there's no way for them to come running. And I'm not the one that kind of picks up a phone and says, I'm crying my eyeballs, I need help. I'm going through it. I'm going through this storm. This storm of emotions that's driving me nuts. And I'm struggling with this emotions. I'm struggling with it. I could be watching a television show and it's kicking my ass. You know, the FBI series they got. International doesn't make me cry as much. Either does the regular. But Most Wanted, more dealing with family. Yeah, that's what's really kicking my ass. And if I happen to watch another show that's got more family in it, again, that's kicking my ass. I'm almost just afraid of watching the show because I like the series so much, but I know it's going to be putting me through the emotional headlocker. It's like I'm trying to avoid the triggers as much as possible, but I like to have the cake too. It's, I guess that old adage is true. Can't have your cake and eat it too. I never knew what the hell that meant. I could watch a television show, but realizing I'm going to be coming into the triggers, and it's going to put me through the same situation here. In order to avoid the situation, I have to avoid the favorites because of the danger involved of me crying my eyeballs out and then going nuts over it. And you know what? There's no one out there that can walk me through this damn thing. Oh, I've heard it before. I know what you're going through. No, you don't. Not unless you lost family and not unless you had your guts ripped out, shoved in a Cuisinart and ground it up for the first year, and then afterwards you have to deal with the pain and the after effects. You got to deal with a torn heart. You got to deal with a broken pump. You have to deal with the pain that doesn't go away. Oh, it'll be there. There's no amount of pills and no amount of gunk or anything else you put in your body to get rid of it. Try hiding it by try to do the good thoughts and yoga and everything else just to pump the brain full of serotonin so you don't have to feel it. See, you're back on chemicals again, even though it's the natural endorphins. Because people want you on the endorphins better because you're nice and pleasant. You're not whining your ass off, not dealing with the pain and reality of it that you lost and you're miserable without them. But they call it selfishness. They call it selfish because you're thinking about yourself and your own damn pain. And they'll quote the Bible at you. I've been coming across people left and right online. I've been coming across memes, postings out there that'll say, "No, you're wasting this. You have to depend upon the Lord. You got to feel better because now you're feeling selfishness about it." I am selfish, damn it. I lost my family. I'm crying. I'm aching. I'm killing myself over this damn shit. Inside, nearly out. I know I'm never going to get them back. But me being dead inside as a zombie is not going to help. And me trying to hide from the damn pain by pretending everything's alright. You know, one time they say fake it until you make it. Bullshit. You can't make it. You're not making it. I mean, that's one thing when you deal with addicts and alcoholics is one thing. When you're dealing with grief, grief is something of people that you cared about and loved. Either could have been directly related to you or not directly related to, but still had an impact on you. And without that impact, without feeling that, it's just nothing. People don't get it unless they had a connection to it, and to whoever or whatever. I mean, you could be grieving for a lot of things, and it is grief. But for me, it's personal when I lose things that matter the most to me. Things had connections. And now it seems like I'm almost going to come into the point where I just don't care anymore. It almost feels like I'm coming to that barrier again. Ready to cross that line. And not give a shit. I have lost a lot of things, yes. And some of the things did matter because I grew up with them. And they had special meanings. But a friend of mine kept telling me they're just things. Well, do we treat the people like things or do we treat the people as people? Because now I got people telling me, no, you don't have to feel this way. You have to be this way. You have to be this way. And I'm sorry, I am not. I'm a selfish, self-righteous bastard. I'm egotistical. I'm arrogant. I'm vain. Well, vanity means I'm more concerned about my damn outer looks, and my outer looks are falling apart, so fuck it. My insides are also falling apart because I've lost a lot of people that meant a damn thing to me. And now I'm not a happy guy, I'm a miserable son of a bitch. And people don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with the misery, they don't want to deal with the reality check here. They don't want to deal with a guy who's so miserable that nobody else can deal with. Because they don't know how to deal with it. They're totally bewildered. And if some of those who actually say, well, we struggled for it and then we achieved hope and we reached out for this. And then we've got this. And now we're holding on to it. And we can give it to you too. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm not living a fucking lie right now. I'm living pain. I'm dealing with pain. I'm living with the here and now. I'm not dealing with tomorrow. Tomorrow and here. Today. Right now. Trigger. Alarm. Emotional flooded. I don't give a shit about rat's ass what happens tomorrow. If things are going to be better, there's going to be hope for tomorrow. So we have to keep looking fiery too. Fuck you, because I'm being dragged back. Always back because of the damn pain. Because I haven't got it reconciled. And even when I try to get it reconciled, it still doesn't want to get reconciled. Memories are all I have left of my family. What do I have to do? Get rid of them and then look for tomorrow as a fucking robot? Without any feelings, without any love, without anything else, without experience, without memories, without nothing? Just an empty shell looking for tomorrow? Then what? I'm sorry. I sound like a blithering idiot at this point over here, but you know what? I don't give a shit. I'm still going through the same. I'm going. Oh, God. When it hits hard. It scrambles my brain, scrambles my senses. What I'm supposed to say, what I'm supposed to think at this point over here. There's no massive headache on this one. It's like confusion as hell. Anything concerning about cognitive, it's getting flooded out. And I'm having a hard time trying to be able to communicate to people. The hardest damn thing for me to do is to try to communicate to people on how I'm feeling, how I'm thinking at this point. Because now the brain is still having problems trying to get associations going through whole entire cranium. Left and right work with each other. Certain portions of the brain are communicating with other parts. And then trying to communicate effectively to the outside world. It's scrambling like crazy trying to get those connections, trying to get the neurons to fire up, get the synapses going, to get neurochemicals balanced enough where I can actually function. I can actually try to communicate something to the people. This isn't fucking easy. This isn't fucking easy. Who says that it was fucking easy to deal with grief and deal with pain? Oh, geez, anybody could deal with that kind of crap, isn't it? Just give yourself a fucking meme at this point over here. Keep looking for tomorrow. Keep having hope. Put it in God's hands at this point over here. Let's be joyful about it. Be joyful. You're not joyful about it. You're not joyful about it. Why aren't you joyful about it? You've got to be joyful about it. You got to. You got to. You got to. I ain't got to do but shit if I need to. Or scratch the back of my back. Or scratch my back anyway. I don't need someone else's bullshit to tell me what I need to be or what I need to feel, because what I feel right now, I feel like crap. And then I know that the levels are dropping so much that the depression kicks in. And this is really where it comes in, where you feel like nothing matters. Understand? Nothing matters. How am I supposed to deal with this if nothing matters? I'm not dealing with this. I'm having a hard time dealing with this. But I'm supposed to deal with this. Why? Because I don't know how to fucking deal with this shit. Someone else has got to burr up their ass and I can't get past this damn crap. So what am I supposed to do? I'm going to be asking for some ding-dong who hasn't been through my shoes. Oh, this is another thing. Yeah. They can't walk in my shoes. They can't walk in my path. They can't get in my shoes. They haven't been through my entire life to understand what the hell is going on. So how can they understand? How can anybody understand? It's like no wonder I come across from time to time all those stories about how people try to tell things to other people. Even the beginning of videotaping, they try to videotape letters and they still can't get themselves down right. They switch over to digital and doesn't matter which format. They're still trying to get themselves out there and communicating, but they still can't communicate it right because there is a barrier or a gap that they can't cross, that they're not, they can't bring it out. It's like dealing with aphasia going in and out of the brain here. We're supposed to be able to communicate effectively somehow if we have the correct tools necessary. Well, sometimes the brain will be deteriorating with or without us knowing about it. Slowly or quickly, it doesn't matter. And sometimes the functions get screwed up. I know mine are. I've been trying to deal with them on a constant basis. And the more pain and the more grief I feel, the more intensity it's going through me, the more I feel like my brain is getting shorted out. One of these here days, I'm not going to be able to communicate effectively with anybody. And I'm not going to be able to answer any questions. I'm just going to be a true zombie. I'll be looking out, but there'll be nobody home. Either I'll be dead or in a coma or some other kind of mental state that I refuse to deal with reality because the pain has overwhelmed me so much. That's the only thing I understand. Is the only thing I'm holding on to. And I know you hold on to so much of the pain at this point over here. Either you get immune from the damn thing, or else you get so screwed up with it. I know. I've heard that too. I know you said you have to let it go. No, you have the choice of not to let it go or to let it go. And if you do let it go, let's make sure that you got all the damn bags packed. Let's make sure you got all the damn issues taken care of. That there's no more skeletons coming out of the damn closet to scare the living crap out of you and put you back into the same headlock again. No thank you. I have to go through this. I have to go through the memories. I have to examine some of them or all of them at this point over here to get myself going, because right now I am mentally messed up. Even as I record this, since going through the damn triggers, and I had to put this in a way I can communicate effectively, because I don't know what's going to happen to me next. And I sure as hell am not planning on going out there and going nuts on people. I've seen how that happens. So I stay inside. I'm going to deal with a damn bug war right now, but I'm dealing with this in here. And I'm dealing with the pain in here. I'm dealing with how it's being affected me left and right. It changes my neurochemistry, it changes my physiology. I'm trying to find the educated words to say in a way that may be communicated effectively to people. Basically, I'm fucked up. And I'm trying to find a way how to talk. Right now, I'm going to put recorder on pause. I'm going to put this on stop. I'm going to see if I can load up the videos to the internet, back to the channel. That way, I have stuff to be done, because this is important for me. Again, this is the diary of the griever named John Weaver, going through the grieving process even as we speak.